Hello everybody, welcome to Magic Moments Tarot. As usual, we are going to say a quick prayer and then we're going to get into the reading, okay? So everybody deep breaths in, we're breathing in the good, and we're breathing out the bad. Okay. O cosmic divinity of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our beings and carve out within us a space where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission, so that we bear fruit in accordance with our desires. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and to share what each being needs to grow and to flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which will divert us from our true purpose, and illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground, the fruitful vision, the birth, the power, and fulfillment, as all are gathered and made whole once again. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Okay, so let me just, I forgot to light my candle in my, hold on a second, my incense, give me 1 second here. Just empty that out. Get rid of all that, there we go. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys have all had a great day. We had a good today, didn't we, Riley and Mia, huh? Yeah, we did. We got to have a special treat for dinner, so it was lovely. We had a little Alfredo with some veggies and some garlic bread. And then, of course, they had some too. Well, they got the crust from the garlic bread. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So I hope you guys had a good day. We're headed into, oh wait, today's Saturday, isn't it? Yes, it is Saturday. Oh, the kid, that's right, the kids are starting school on Monday. Oh, good Lord. This must be a heck of a week for your parents, eh? Everybody excited? The kids must be miserable. All right. Okay, so let's get into it, shall we? Okay. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to everybody who has been supporting my channel. You guys have been just wonderful. I've been really enjoying replying to all of your comments. I love it when you comment on my videos. I always try to reply to every comment I can. And it's been really, really nice. Everybody here has been so positive. It's been great. Just know that any negative comments will be met with an automatic block, okay? I don't humor them. I don't respond to them. I don't engage with that kind of energy, okay? Okay, so I hope you guys are doing well. Mia and Riley are fast asleep. Knock wood, they stay that way throughout their reading. At least when we're at this table here, we're up a little bit higher, so I don't think their little heads or tails are going to affect much, so we should be all right for as far as that's concerned anyway. Okay, so, all right. No, that's too many cards, Spirit. That's like, yeah, no, that's way too many cards. Can I get some overall energy on today's reading, please, Spirit? Some overall energy on the messages, or sorry, on the collective that we are reading today, please, Spirit. Can I get some overall energy on the collective we are reading today, Spirits? Okay, we have the penguin in reverse. Okay, interesting. So the penguin is all about loyalty and romance, okay? This is someone who showers you with gifts, okay? Because, you know, the penguins and the pebbles and all that, right? And penguins mate for life. So this is someone who is not monogamous, okay? And someone who's not very, not typically very romantic. Oh, excuse me. They don't buy, they're not, you know, like buy you gifts and buy you flowers and that kind of person, okay? This is someone who may sleep around a lot or might always have sort of 2 or 3 people going at a time. Maybe they don't even believe in monogamy, okay? Or maybe they do and they're just not capable of it. I don't know. Take it as it resonates for your situation, all right? They also tend to see things in a very black and white manner. There's sort of no gray room for this person, okay? They like tend to go, they're either hot or they're cold, you know what I mean? There's no, you know, this is the kind of person that can go from like 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, right? Like you look at the person and you say, oh, you know, I don't know, maybe you make fun of they're getting a gray hair or something and they just fucking lose it. Like, you know, that kind of person. Can't take a joke, that kind of thing. Okay. So, we have someone who's not very loyal out here. Oh. Oh, okay. And then we have the opposite energy. Well, not opposite energy necessarily, but different. So we have someone who may come off as intimidating, okay? But they're actually very, very friendly and welcoming. That's the skunk energy. They may smell very, very good, okay? Because we have the skunk in reverse. Sorry, I should have shown you the cards. Skunk in reverse, okay? And then we have the ant. And the ant is someone who is very responsible, okay? Someone who plans ahead. Someone who's very loyal, loyal to their family. They might belong to a family that is has a matriarch, okay? So the head of the family is the mom as opposed to the dad, that kind of thing, okay? So I definitely feel like these are 2 different people. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, Spirit, can I get some more energy for this reading, please, Spirit? What else are we reading in this energy today, Spirits? Okay, so we have the snail. The snail is someone who spends a lot of time close to home, okay? We have the, this is not only a homebody, okay? They're always close to their home. But they're very slow and methodical in the things that they do, okay? Then we have the duck. The duck is, the duck in the upright, is someone who might be struggling, but even when they do struggle, they don't necessarily share their struggles with the world, okay? So in other words, they don't take out their shit on other people. So they might be the kind of person that would help you out even though they're going through a rough time, okay? And then we have the dragonfly in reverse. And the dragonfly is all about spirituality, okay? So this person might not be very spiritual, okay? Like they could even be an atheist, all right? This is someone who sort of doesn't put a whole lot of stock in, I'm hearing mystical hooey, you know? So whatever. Okay, so we have a player energy. We have someone who seems intimidating but is actually very sweet. They might actually smell good. This person is very responsible. And then we have, oh sorry, hold on a second. We have someone who is very slow and methodical, very much a homebody. Someone who tends to hide their feelings a lot, okay? Doesn't talk about things when they're having a rough time. And someone who doesn't really put a whole lot of stock in spirituality. And then we have this parrot energy, okay? The parrot is someone who, I'm hearing big mouth. Okay, so the parrot is someone who blabs everything they hear, okay? So a parrot can be one of 2 things, depending on the context, depending on what I'm hearing spirits say, etc. The parrot can either be, you know, a gossip, okay, which is, I think, the energy that we're getting, or they can be someone who teaches. Okay, so this is someone who again they what they learn they put out. Okay, so if someone's learning a lot about something, they'll teach others. This is that kind of energy. Okay. But now we're getting blabbermouth, so that's what I'm hearing. So this is someone who's constantly spilling tea on everybody. Okay. I'm hearing can't be trusted. Okay. Oh, okay. And that seems actually very accurate. Okay. So we have the praying mantis, okay? Feminine energy tends to be someone who uses men for sex or whatever, okay? This could be someone who uses men for money, someone who uses men for whatever, okay? And then just kind of disposes of them when they're done. This is someone who may have experienced some sort of sexual abuse, okay? And this is someone who is confrontational, okay? Someone who doesn't run away from their problems. This is someone who confronts their problems sort of head first, okay? Now, this could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing, okay? This could be someone who simply doesn't like to hide how they're feeling, and that's healthy. They could be very assertive as opposed to aggressive, and again, that's healthy. Telling people how you feel is very, very healthy. However, it could be also a form of aggression, okay? Okay, so what I'm getting is this energy belongs here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so, okay. So this person, sorry, I was getting corrected. I'm getting corrected by spirit. Okay, so this energy, these energies belong together. I'm sorry, I forgot to show you. Praying mantis, okay? We have the panda. And then we have the roadrunner in reverse, okay? So in this context, the roadrunner is someone who is confrontational and aggressive, okay? So this is the kind of person that sort of doesn't mind a fight, all right? They may be argumentative. This person may actually want to confront someone in particular, okay? This is someone who's been through some sort of abuse, sexual abuse specifically. That's the idea behind this card, is the panda eyes, okay? This person's been talking a lot of shit. They've been talking a lot of shit, okay? They use men. They have, a history of sexual abuse. And this is someone who is very confrontational. Now, this could be masculine or feminine energy, okay? But the oh my gosh, the praying mantis here is definitely a feminine energy, okay? This is that Black Widow kind of energy, just because the praying mantis, when they find a mate, they'll mate with them and then they kill them and eat them afterwards, okay? So it could be a feminine. It doesn't have to be, but it could be a feminine. Just putting it out there. Take it as it resonates for your situation. Okay, so I feel like we're getting a bunch of different energies. Like, this feels very broken up. It doesn't feel like we're doing story time right now. So, yeah, we're talking about different people. So we have a player who's not big on gifts, okay? Like, they don't give a lot of gifts. You know, I guess if they do give someone gifts, it's probably very unusual, okay? Certainly not jewelry. I don't see this person giving jewelry away very much, okay? Again, we have someone who seems intimidating, but they're actually very friendly. They might smell very, very good, okay? Someone who's very responsible, thinks ahead, plans for tomorrow. Again, then we have someone, I'm feeling practical energy off this person, okay? This person might be very, like, again, slow, methodical. They stay close to home. They could appear very calm even when they're going through a lot, okay? They tend not to take out their problems on other people. I'm hearing the word stoic, okay? And they don't put a lot lot of value in this on the spiritual side of things, okay? Now we have the rabbit in reverse and the dolphin. Interesting. Okay. So the rabbit is all about is all about sex, having babies, sex, lots of babies, lots of sex, okay? In reverse, this is someone who may be abstaining, okay? And then the dolphin in the upright is, it's a really good card actually. It's someone who's very, very intelligent, okay? Someone who has an incredible ability to communicate, okay? They might have, you know, a very big vocabulary. Maybe they're very good at writing or speaking or something like that, okay? This person could have some sort of psychic gifts, okay? Specifically, this card tends to be psychic gifts. Oh, sorry, I just said that. Telepathy, okay, or the clairs, most specifically clairvoyance, okay? So it's just a knowing, an inner knowing. It's also someone who's very playful and someone who's big on family. They tend to, like, again, they're very loyal to their family. Okay, they may be a bit of a humanitarian, constantly trying to help and protect people. It's strange how I'm feeling these cards today. It doesn't feel like a story. It feels like I'm describing different people specifically. So very weird. Okay, again, take this energy as it resonates for you guys, okay? Excuse me. Oh, gosh. This person, I'm getting big, strong spiritual vibes off this person, okay? Oh, and then we have sloth in reverse. So, this is someone who's full of energy, okay? Has big energy. Is constantly busy, busy, busy doing stuff, okay? I'm hearing could have ADHD. That's what I'm getting off of that. Okay, so someone who's super energetic. Okay, is there anything else, Spirit? Anything else you'd like to say today, Spirit? Anything else? Sorry, I keep forgetting to show you guys the cards. But anyway. Does the sloth belong over here with this energy, Spirit? Or is the sloth on their own? Sorry, one at a time. Does the sloth belong over here with this energy? I'm hearing yes and no. So this... Oh, okay. So what I'm getting is this person's energy is being drained. Someone has been stealing this person's energy. This is their energy. They're supposed to have a lot of energy. They're supposed to be running around doing a lot. But they're being drained of their energy, okay? This is like energy vampire kind of stuff, right? Or energy manipulation of some kind. Okay, interesting, interesting. So we have some sort of kind of neutral energy here. Like they're not, you know, they're not a bad person at all, but they're definitely not spiritual. So this is not someone who's like, this is not an ascended person. This is not an informed person, okay? Sort of just your regular everyday Joe kind of thing. And then we have someone who's highly spiritual, someone who's being drained of their energy. We have a sort of a nasty energy here, okay? This is someone who takes out their trauma from the past on others, okay? This person might be highly sexual, okay? They just sort of use people for sex and then move on to the next kind of thing. And someone who talks a lot of shit, okay? And then we have this, again, the same thing, player energy, someone who doesn't practice monogamy. They're not particularly romantic. They don't tend to give out gifts, that kind of thing. Then we have someone who might smell very good, who seems intimidating, but they're actually very sweet. Someone who's very responsible, plans for tomorrow, okay? So these are the energies that are on the table right now, Spirit. Or, sorry, everybody. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? No, I'm hearing no. Okay. So I feel like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people on the table right now that we're talking about. Okay. Let's see what's going on now. What should I do? Let's do some overall energy. Okay, what do we have? Oh, I forgot to show you the freaking cards. I'm really bad for this. I'm sorry, guys. If you wanted me to start showing you the cards, just let me know if it's annoying you that I don't. That's the dolphin and then the sloth in reverse, okay? So there's the sloth. You can't really... Anyway. Okay, so this came out separate from this one because this person is being drained. Okay, so I'm just going to put the good energy together. This is a relatively good energy because this person's very friendly, very sweet. Again, and then we have this energy. This is someone who is highly spiritual, someone who might have gifts, someone who's being drained. This is sort of a neutral, and this is our negative energy over here, okay? Okie dokie pokey. I like to separate the energies because it makes it easier for me to process everything, okay? Alrighty then. Okay, Spirit, can you give us some context for these energies here? What's going on with the energy today, please, Spirit? What's going on with the energy? Oh. Card fell. 1 second, guys. We have gratitude in reverse. So someone is not grateful in this energy. Okay, that's not good. An attitude of gratitude is what you need for abundance to come in. So they might not be very abundant, okay? Or maybe that's why they don't give out gifts, because they're not grateful and they don't have any protection. Oh no. Well, that's definitely not good. Oops. Oh goodness, why do the cards keep falling on the floor? Make me do gymnastics. Ooh, and now we have magnificence. Okay. Someone... Okay, this is interesting. So someone in this energy is very, very special. The Magnificence card for me, that's like the Chosen One's card of this deck, okay? This is someone who is incredibly special. Very, very special energy here. Someone who tends to be underestimated, overlooked, okay? Affection. So someone has great affection for this person, okay? They see them as magnificent. Okay. Or maybe this person is just very affectionate, okay? Dignity in the upright. We have dignity in the upright. Hold on a second. beginnings in the reverse. Okay, so this is someone who is very dignified, very stoic, very, I'm hearing proper, okay? Proper. That this person isn't getting a new beginning, or they're going through an ending of some kind. Maybe they're going through a breakup, okay? Maybe they're breaking up with one of these energies over here, okay? There's some sort of an ending. They're going through some sort of an ending. Okie dokie pokey. We have courage in the reverse. Okay, and it's funny that it landed here, because aggression, people who tend to be aggressive or very bullish, people who tend to like always want to fight and, you know, big mouths, big show-offs, these people tend to be the biggest chickens of them all, okay? These people tend to be the people who are the most afraid, because of the fact that they've usually had some sort of trauma, so they feel like they need to be aggressive and big and bad and show off and, you know, loud in order to intimidate other people. It's kind of like a get them before they get you kind of attitude, right? It's bravado, and it's an act. It's not real. These people tend to be very insecure, okay? Okay. So someone is afraid of something. They're afraid of something. Oh, wow, look at, I just looked at the bottom of the deck and it said truth. So someone is afraid of some kind of a truth coming out. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. We have memory in reverse, and we have beauty. Okay, so someone sees this energy, as being very beautiful. They feel like this magnificent person, this chosen one's energy, which I'm just going to assume is the dolphin, rabbit, and sloth in reverse energy here. This is actually supposed to be in reverse. This person might actually be very, very beautiful, okay? But they do not have good memories of these people from the past, okay? So we have memory in reverse. So that might be this whole energy of not getting a new beginning, okay? So someone is going through an ending. Maybe this person wants to hook up with, like, maybe this energy here wants to hook up with this person, or maybe it's in regards to these people. I don't know, okay? But this person does not have good memories of these other energies from the past, okay? And these other energies from the past aren't getting any sort of new beginning, or they're just going through some sort of an ending, okay? We have hope. Hope in the upright. So someone has hope for, I don't know. There's hope for someone. I don't know. What does hope mean, Spirit? Can we get some clarity on hope? What does hope mean, Spirit? Or maybe these people are hoping to have a new beginning. Bravery in the reverse. Okay, that might be what this afraid energy is. These people might be hoping for a new beginning with someone, okay? But they're afraid to come forward and say something. Okay, maybe they're afraid that, again, because you don't have good memories of this person, maybe they're afraid that you're going to deny them, okay? And these energies could really apply anywhere here, so take them as they resonate to you. I'm just putting them wherever, okay? Prosperity in the upright. So someone in this energy is very abundant. And again, because we have this sloth energy and it was being drained, the reason that you drain someone's energy is because they are very, very abundant in energy. It's because they have an abundant energy. It's because they have such a good energy, such a strong energy. Okay, you don't drain the fucking energy of someone who's weak. Okay, so this chosen one's energy down here, they have a very abundant energy, which is why people are trying to drain it. Okay. Again, we have this, and it keeps coming out over and over, this energy of someone from the past wanting to come in. They're hoping for a new beginning, but you don't have good memories of this person, and they know it, okay? And that's, if someone from their past hasn't come forward yet, that's probably why, okay? Again, with this, remember I said that people who tend to be the loudest, biggest show-offs tend to be the most insecure, okay? And that might be this person's energy, okay? This person might be the kind of person who's, acts big and tough, but at the end of the day, they want you and they're not saying a fucking word. So, I mean, really, how brave are they really? How big and how tough are they really? Do you know what I mean? We have serenity in the upright, yeah. So you're in a peaceful energy right now. Or this chosen one is in a very peaceful energy, or it could be the chosen one and this energy over here, very peaceful right now, okay? And maybe that's another reason why they don't want to come forward. Maybe they feel like you're super at peace right now, and maybe they feel like they're going to bring a lot of chaos into your life. Maybe they don't feel worthy of you. I don't know. Endurance in the reverse. This person doesn't feel strong. They don't feel like they... Okay. What I'm getting is this person doesn't feel like they can go on without you. Okay? This person may have become addicted to your energy. I'm getting strong, like, obsessive vibes here, okay? They may have become very addicted to your energy. They may need your energy. This person might have been participating in draining your energy, okay? Yeah, someone in this energy is really not... I don't know. I'm not getting good vibes off of this at all, okay? I feel like they might have good intentions now, or as good as it can get for this person, but I don't feel like they I don't feel good energy off this person. I feel like they have a lot of work to do. We have tranquility in the reverse and luck in the reverse. Yeah, this is just confirmation of what I just said. This person is not at peace, and they don't have any luck. They may have hope for a future with you, but they are not getting it. They're not getting it. This person is not at peace. You're very much at peace. You have a lot of hope, a lot of the outlook on the rest of your life is really good. It's very positive. The outlook on this person's life is very bad, okay? They're not at peace in their hearts at all right now. They're in a fearful energy. That's one of the lowest vibrations that you can have, okay? And this person doesn't have any protection, no spiritual protection at all. And for someone to not have any spiritual protection, they had to have fucked up really bad, okay? For your own spirit team to walk away from you, for your own ancestors to say, no, I'm out, I wash my hands of you, that's fucking bad, okay? So whatever these people did, it was really, really bad. And now what I'm saying is, just because they did something bad in the past doesn't mean that they don't regret it. Doesn't mean that they don't think, oh, fuck, I screwed up. I shouldn't have done that. This person's really great, da-da-da-da-da. They may genuinely have feelings for you, but they have karma to pay, and they have a lot of work to do, and they haven't changed enough, nor have they paid their karma yet. So they're not ready to be with you regardless, okay? So whether or not they have good intentions is sort of besides the point at this point in time, okay? That's what I'm getting off of this. This person I'm hearing they have a long way to grow. A long way to grow. Okay then, so because we got this someone wanting to get back together energy, I'm just going to pull some from the love deck and see what we get. Okay. Angels, ancestors, and spirits of the highest white light. Sorry. Okay, I didn't even get to ask my... Hold on a second. I didn't even do the prayer right. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. So we have... Oh, God. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to turn these cards here. I don't do these cards in reverse, okay? So we have girl talk. We have addiction. Codependent, obsession. What did I say? Someone in this energy might have gotten addicted to your energy, okay? And they might be a little obsessive now. This person might have been participating in draining your energy, okay? Interesting that these cards all came in reverse. Okay. We have seduction. So remember what I said about someone being in a very sexual energy. This is someone who sort of, you know, bang him and hang him. You know what I mean? Screw him and lose him kind of energy. So this is someone who is very sexual. This is someone who is very surface pleasures when it comes to the relationship, okay? We have girl talk. We have soulmates. And then we have heart with a key. Okay. So soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. Okay, and then we have girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Okay, so when you met this person, you may have felt like they were a soulmate to you, okay? You may have even, you know, been in love with this person. You may have had a relationship with this person. You may have had a situationship with this person. I don't feel like this person, even if you did have a situation, like a relationship with this person, I don't feel like they were ever loyal to you. I don't get monogamy energy off this person. Again, I feel like they fumbled the ball when they had you. I feel like you were earnest in your approach to this person. You really did care for them. You really did love them. You really did open up your heart to them, okay? But they were very focused on sex, okay? And they were more codependent and controlling rather than affectionate and loving and sort of wanting to be there for you, okay? And then it talks about the last card, girl talk. Girl talk is all about moving on. You're happily single. You're living in the moment and you're having fun, okay? So, again, this person, they fumbled the ball with you. This person, they could have had something very, very special with you is what I'm getting, and they screwed it up. And I feel like they know it now, okay? Now, what I'm getting is, in some cases, they may not know it yet. They may be in regret because they're paying the consequences, okay? Because they're paying karma for what they did to you. That might be the reason that they're in regret. They may be wanting to come back into you simply to use you for your energy because they need it, okay? But not in all cases. I think in some cases, this person is genuine. They genuinely do have feelings for you. They genuinely realize that they fucked up, okay? They realize that what they did was a mistake and they're actually sorry. And they do actually love you. But again, this person is not ready. They haven't made the changes they need to do to be with someone like you, okay? They might have addiction problems that they have to deal with that they haven't dealt with yet. Okay, this person has trauma in their history. Okay, this person is still aggressive. Okay, they haven't dealt with their trauma. And they talk shit constantly. This person is very low vibing. They're in a fearful state and they don't have any protection from spirit. So whatever it was that they did, I mean, this wasn't just energy draining. You don't just siphon someone's energy and all of a sudden your spirit team's like, I'm out. Okay? You had to have done something pretty freaking bad for your own spirit team to go, okay, we're washing our hands of this situation, we're out. Okay? So yeah, whatever they did, like I said, it had to have been pretty darn bad. So we're gonna move on. Because we got the chosen ones energy, I think I'm gonna pull some chosen cards and then we'll get into the tarot. So let's try this prayer again, shall we? Mother and Father God, angels, ancestors, and spirits of the highest white light, please, please guide my thoughts. Oh no, sorry, hold on. Mother and Father God, angels, ancestors, and spirits of the highest white light, please guide this reading, my thoughts and my sight, so my messages find all who need them tonight. Let the messages guide them to do what is right, and block anything that is not of the light. In the name of Yahuwah, I pray. It is done, it is done, it is done. Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. Hold on a second. Third eye is awakening. Okay, so you've been through this before with this person. You may have had a previous life with this person. Okay, that's what a soulmate is all about. A soulmate isn't someone that you... Everybody thinks a soulmate is your perfect person, and that's not true. Your soulmate isn't your partner for life, okay? A soulmate is simply someone that you are meant to meet in this lifetime because they're meant to teach you something. And often soulmates are people that you've had lives in the past with, okay? So you've had a previous life with this person. You guys have had your, whatever issues, and then you're here to solve those issues or to hash those problems out, okay? And if it didn't go well, then the lesson was not learned. This person's going to have to come back and learn the same lesson, okay? We have judgment for your enemies at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this person has been in your life before, okay, and they have done this to you before. I'm hearing you beat them this time. Oh, you beat them this time, okay. You beat them this time. So maybe in the last time you became their victim and you were more powerful this time. I'm hearing they underestimated you. Okay. They underestimated you. Hold on. Spend time alone, hermit. Yeah, Spirit is telling you to protect your energy at this time, okay? This person might also need to spend some time alone, okay? Again, Judgment Day for your enemies. Look at this. This is the second time I pulled this from the bottom of the deck. You know what? I'm going to pull it out. Judgment Day for your enemies. Okay, so again, these people are, whoever it was that was doing the hidden secrets, whoever it was that was doing this energy harvesting off of this chosen one's energy, they're in trouble. They have a lot of karma to work out right now. Okay, we have do not worry here. Okay, Spirit's looking out for you. You have nothing to worry about. It came out in reverse though, so I feel like these people do have a lot to worry about. Okay, they may actually already be worried. Okay, do not worry. I don't take these cards in reverse, just in case you're wondering why I'm doing it like this. Hold on a second. Though I do take their position into account if I feel like it's applicable. We have Tarot Reader. Okay, so you might be a tarot reader. Okay? So someone in this energy could be a tarot reader. And this person is the one being energy harvested. Okay? These people here, again, they're good energy. Well, they're sort of neutral energy. They're not bad, but they're not good either. These people here might have been participating in this activity here, okay? With these people, these all might be participants, okay? Or these could just be people that are currently around you. They're not bad, but they're not, definitely not ascended, okay? Just sort of like a neutral energy. So again, take it as it resonates for your situation, all right? Oh, for the love of Pete, can one card follow the table? Making me do gymnastics. Hold on a second. Not only are you a miracle, but one is on its way to you. That's amazing. Right on. Okay. That's a very good energy. Very good energy indeed. Okay. Ooh. Oh no. Evil family members. And then it says, wake up. I'm hearing, wake the fuck up. So these, alrighty then. So these evil family members, okay, these people, there's people in your family who are participating or who did participate in this, whatever this energy harvesting was all about, okay? I feel like we all know, if you've been watching my channel at all, I feel like we all know where this is going. If you haven't been watching my channel, then buckle up. It's about to be a bumpy ride. So we have this energy of an ex, possibly more than one ex, okay? Working together with your family to energy harvest off of you, okay? Energy harvesting can also be seen as theft, okay? So they might be stealing from you, they're stealing your energy. And the reason people energy harvest off of people who have a very good energy is because people who have very good energies bring in abundance, okay? And so they might be energy harvesting off of you in order to bring in abundance. We have someone who is a natural, has natural Reiki powers, okay? So this is someone who heals people sometimes just by their presence, okay? This is someone who is really good at talking to people. This is someone who's really good at, you know, like for instance, you'll get into a relationship with someone and maybe they have an addiction and, you know, they're able to break that addiction with you, no problem, okay? Or they even want to. And you might not even have asked them to, but they just do it, okay? That's actually happened to me several times. Like I met this one person and when I started dating him, I didn't know it at the time. But when I started dating him, he was like a huge crackhead and was like putting stuff up his nose like all the time. And, you know, I dated him and after a while we stopped dating, but I was still taking care of him. But he never went back to it, okay? Maybe he did after I, you know, walked out or whatever, but yeah, he never went back to it. And then, it's been a common theme in a lot of my friendships and or relationships where people tend to, they do stuff where they, like maybe someone wasn't doing anything to help their mental health when I met them, and then they go out and they start working on their mental health and they get, for lack of a better way of putting it, you know, fixed up, right? That kind of thing. Now, that's also because I literally go out of my way to encourage it, okay? I'm a big blabbermouth. I'm constantly trying to fix everybody. Kind of have a problem with it, okay? I feel like when I meet people, I just want them to be the best versions of themselves, and if I feel like there's a problem, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to say something, okay? I try to do it in a friendly way, but I'm not always effective. I tend to be very blunt. I've been told this a lot in my life. You're too blunt. You don't say things in a nice way. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. Anyways, hard lesson learned, but one I'm actively trying to work on. So anyway, let's see. This is someone who, I'm hearing sexual healing too, okay? This might be someone who's, someone who has healing sex, for lack of a better way of putting it, okay? Someone who, I don't know, like you have sex with them and you feel recharged, you feel really good, about yourself. You feel energized. You feel, maybe not energized, but it's very, I don't know, happy. You feel happy, okay? Sometimes there's like people that you have sex with and afterwards you just feel dirty. You know what I mean? You like, you feel dirty, you feel ashamed, you're like, ugh, you know, I shouldn't have done that. That person isn't, you know, worth my time. They're really, I know they're just using me. Like, you feel like you've just done something bad, okay? And then there's people that when you're with them, you're like, that was beautiful. You know, you feel like it was a beautiful experience. So this is that kind of person, that kind of energy, okay? Someone where you have sex with them and you just are like, oh my God, I could do this every day for the rest of my life. This is amazing. That kind of thing, okay? Sexual healing. And then we pulled, sorry, Jesus descendant, okay? So this is an ascended master energy is what we're getting here, okay? They could legit be a descendant of Jesus reincarnated, okay? I know not a lot of people believe this and take, you know, what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. But as far as I've been able to discern it so far, what I have learned is that Jesus did in fact have children. Now, what I have learned, or at least what I have heard thus far, is that his bloodline, like his 3D bloodline, is no longer, okay? So I wouldn't say you have, like, genetically speaking, you're an actual descendant of Yeshua, but I would say that it could be that you are a reincarnated relative, okay? So we have Jesus descendant, you were born to be a legend. You were born to be a legend. Your name holds power. Okay. Well, I guess that makes a lot of sense when you talk about being a descendant of Jesus. Your name holds power. Okay, so what I just got in my head is not everybody knows their real name. What? Not everybody knows their real name. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Maybe your name was changed, or maybe you have like a different name in the spirit or something. It's very strange. Okay. Egyptian ancestors. Okay, so someone here has Egyptian ancestry, okay? That's very interesting. Interesting. Royalty. Holy shit. Okay, we have Egyptian ancestry, royalty, Jesus descendant. You were born to be a legend and your name holds power. You don't know your real name? What the frick are we reading here right now? Okay, so someone is definitely highly ranked in the spiritual realm. That is for sure. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Anything else, Spirit? Work with crystals. Okay, so someone here needs to learn how to work with crystals. Again, I'm not sure what that means. I have like looked it up and all I ever get was, well, this crystal does this and this crystal does that and this crystal does the other. But it doesn't say necessarily what you need to do to work with them. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you do to work with them? So I don't know. If anybody else knows what that means, please reach out and let me know, because I really don't. Okay, I don't. I wear them. I use them as far as like, you know, I'll put crystals on my decks and I will, like, you know, to protect them or whatever. I'll wear, you know, I wear amethyst on my right wrist and I wear obsidian around my neck and onyx and stuff like that to protect myself. But like, I don't really get how to work with them, okay? It says you will regret messing with a chosen one. Oh, shit. Yeah, you will. Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. I'm dropping all the cards here. We have Atlantis. Interesting. Okay, so someone is definitely an old soul reincarnated. That is for sure. We have angels are protecting you. Yeah. So you're highly protected. God's ambassador at the bottom of the deck. What the frick, man? Okay. Oh. Muffin heck nuggets. Hold on one second. I gotta do some gymnastics again. Because I'd always have to fall under here. Good Lord. Okay. Ooh. We had trauma, and it came out in reverse, and goddess energy, okay? So goddess energy. I'm hearing Egyptian goddess. What? So the old gods. Wow, this is someone who is very, very ancient lineage, has a very ancient spiritual lineage, okay? And trauma came out in the reverse, so this means that this person has been through a lot of trauma, but they've healed their trauma, okay? So this is probably why these people are needing your energy now, because maybe they're going through withdrawal. Maybe they called their energy back, okay? And it's not available to them anymore, okay? What kind of energies did we get down here, by the way? I didn't really look. We have abundance and spell work. Oh, shit. Okay. So someone has been, yeah, all right. I'm hearing been the victim of a lot of spell work. A lot. So these people have been doing a shit ton of spell work on you, which would explain why their protection is gone. That's why their spirit team walked away. They were like, you want to do spell work on a chosen one? We're fucking out. We're not paying the price for your stupidity. Okay, well, that makes perfect sense. That makes absolute perfect sense. You can't do that. You just can't. Well, you can, but you shouldn't. It's spiritual suicide, basically. So, okay. Okay, so that is what we're dealing with here, okay? We have some people who decided to do a shit ton of spell work on a chosen one, okay? And they did this because they wanted your abundance. They wanted your energy. They wanted what you had, okay? Alrighty then, can we get some clarification on this, please, Spirit? So this family and your ex work together. Interesting, I opened it on the Hermit in reverse. Sorry, but certain people in my decks, or certain cards in my deck, represent certain people in my life, okay? According to their birth date, I have different cards for different people, and that person was an ex-lover. So, very interesting. Okay. Okay, so we have possibly up to four or five different people possibly working together. Or we could be reading for 4 or 5 different people. I don't know how these energies really go. I feel like we were reading separate people, but I also feel like some of these energies belonged, like should have been joined together. So I'm not sure what is going on in this energy right now. I feel like we have a lot of different stories, and it's sort of depends on your personal story. I feel like we have similar themes, but different people involved and different specifics, I guess you could say. Okay. Okay, so what do we have here, Spirit? Can I get some clarity on these? We have hidden secrets and we have spell work. Can we get some clarity on these hidden this hidden secrets? Can we get some clarity on this spell work? Can we get some clarity on these evil family members? I'd like to know who is involved in this, okay? So can we get some clarity, please, Spirit? We have, what did we get here? This is a lot of cards. Okay, I'm getting taken. Moving forward, moving on. We have good news in earthly matters. New beginnings, new job. Okay, so good news in earthly matters. You're moving forward and you're moving on, okay? Now behind that, we have defeat and surrender. Oh, wow, shit, okay. Oh, shit, okay. So you escaped something, okay? There was a whole bunch of people who were stabbing you in the back, and you managed to escape this energy, okay? And they're going through a tower, or they're going to, okay? And they're going through a tower because you defeated them. You defeated this energy. You beat them. You beat these people who, okay, now this is where you got to buckle up, guys. So you had family members and exes who were working together to possibly unalive you, okay, to kill you, to bully you, to intimidate you, to cause you to go through abuse and violence. They may have wanted you raped. They may have wanted you assaulted. They may have wanted you to literally just die, okay? These people wanted loss for you. They wanted bankruptcy for you. They wanted your life to suck in every freaking way possible. But you escaped them. You got away somehow. You moved on. You moved forward. And you've defeated this energy. And it's bringing in a tower for these people. And now you're going to be getting a new job. You're going to have some good news is coming in. Some sort of increased income. It talks about books. Someone might be writing a book. Scholars, students, you might be starting a school or something like that. Maybe you're going back to school for something. You're going to end up getting a new job. Something to do with that. You're moving forward. You're moving on with your life. You're getting a new job. You're getting a new beginning. And these people are going to go through a tower. That's amazing. Okay, so these people, this was some evil ass shit that they were doing. These people were doing death spells on you. These people were doing poverty spells on you. These people were draining you for your energy. These people were, they were wanting to cause you to be impoverished. They wanted to sabotage your relationships. They wanted you to feel like you were going crazy, okay? These people may have actually been responsible for some of the shit that you went through, okay? If you were, victimized by someone, maybe you went through abusive relationships, or maybe you went through molestation or rape, or maybe you were, the victim of crime. Maybe people were breaking into your house. Maybe you went through a divorce. Maybe you got cheated on a whole lot. Maybe there was a lot of things that kept happening to you. Maybe you went through a really long Job season, okay, where you were in extreme poverty. A lot of this may have actually been caused by the spell work that they were doing on you, okay? Because maybe you hadn't gone through your ascension process yet, okay? And your frequency was low enough that their spell work was able to actually take root. And I've gotten this before, and it's coming to mind again, so I feel like it's applicable. So Spirit may have actually let these things happen to you on purpose in order to build your strength up, in order to build up your character, in order to make you strong enough to fight these people, okay? Or what you went through on account of these people might have been the catalyst that pushed you into your ascension process, which oftentimes ends up being what happens, okay? It was for me, okay? I had finally, for me, it was just like the last straw. I had had enough. I'm like, that's it. I am so sick and tired of being constantly victimized. I'm tired of constantly being cheated on. I'm tired of constantly being treated like I'm fucking worthless. And then I realized one day it's because I'm allowing it, number one. And number two, it's because that's how I see myself. Not only that, I am literally I was pretending to be something I wasn't because I wanted to be quote unquote cool. You know what I mean? I thought, well, maybe if I act really slutty, they'll be into me because they tend to like that, and blah, 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 like, you know, just stupid stuff. I was constantly trying to make myself into someone that I wasn't in order to fit in with the people around me. And I never was really at home. I always kind of felt like I was putting on a facade. I was always pretending to be something that I wasn't. And at the end of the day, I never felt good about myself. I was constantly searching for, at the end of the day, I was constantly searching for love. I just wanted to be loved. I wanted to be accepted. I wanted someone to give a shit, right? And then one day I woke up and realized the only person who can do that for me is me. And the only way that I could do that is to really go within and start healing. Okay? And so what I did was, that's literally what I did. I started going within. I started healing. I started going through a dark night of the soul, which is sort of when you sit with, okay, what is wrong with me in particular? I mean, there's nothing I can do about the people outside of me, but I can fix the things that are wrong with me personally. So what's wrong with me? And sort of I started going through those things and thinking, okay, what can I do to fix that? Why is it like that? Why did I do that way? And then I started to go through things, and I started to forgive myself. I started to allow myself to cry about things that I'd never really allowed myself to cry about before. Do you know what I mean? I really allowed myself to process a lot of emotion that had been sitting inside me for years that I had never let out, okay? I'm one of those people where I tend to try. I mean, it's not always, trust me, I'm not successful all the time. But I try to keep on a happy face because I don't like people to see me cry. I don't like people to see me upset. I really can't stand it, okay? And so, and I carried a lot of anger around with me because of that. And the only people who ever saw that were the people that were inside my home. And that's why I've said this before, I wasn't a very good parent because I spent a lot of time yelling. I was very abusive in that sense, okay? People tend to think that abuse is, you know, beating people up and doing stuff, but no, yelling is definitely abusive too, okay? If you can't learn, and for me, I grew up being physically abused, you know what I mean? Emotionally, physically, mentally, everything kind of abuse. And so for me, just yelling, that's nothing. All I'm doing is telling you guys to clean up this bloody mess. What's wrong with you? Blah, blah, blah. I was constantly yelling at my children. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Clean up. You know, and I was very easily triggered. You know, like I said, there was a lot of unprocessed emotion in me that kind of, that's what came out when I was, when I was yelling. When I was yelling, it was because I was releasing all of this pent up emotion inside me that I had never allowed myself to process before. Okay, so that's what I started doing. And then when I did that, I just stopped. I was like, okay, I've gone through all of it. I've thought about it. I've dealt with it, and I've moved on, and I'm not looking back. And I don't. And I really had to practice my mindfulness, and that was another thing I did. I did a lot of therapy, okay, years and years and years of therapy. I did years and years and years of you know, group therapy, one-on-one therapy. I took classes. I did mindfulness course twice, actually 3 times, but the third time I didn't go all the way through because they weren't teaching it right. And I was taught mindfulness by the person who created it, okay, and she was phenomenal. And I learned so much, and I got so frustrated when I started taking it like a community class with someone who had no fucking idea what the hell they were doing. It pissed me off. I wanted to take over the class, and I thought, I'm just not going to be helpful here at all. And I thought, Shannon, you already know what this is. Why are you here? You know what I mean? Go home and put it to practice. That's your problem. You just don't want to practice. You want someone else to make you do it. No, get off your ass and practice. So that's what I did, right? And it took me a long time. This wasn't a small, easy process of healing. I went through years and years and years and years and years of therapy, okay? And then I just needed that last little push to take me over the edge. And that's what ended up happening. Was I moved in with my mother, and you know, I've told the whole story behind that, but and then I moved to a community, and that's where I was gang stalked. That's where I had this ex-lover who wanted to kill me. Like, literally, I literally heard him say, just hit her over the head with a rock, get rid of her. Do you know what I mean? And he was instructing, like he said it in an instructional way, like he was like telling him, well, this is, you know, because I felt like this energy of, I don't know what to do. Well, this is what you do. And we had a whole bunch of rocks in our garden because I was lining the garden with them. So my ex and I had been collecting them. And this person he was talking to was standing outside the gate. They used to stalk me all the time. And they were really bad at it because almost every single person that was stalking me was an alcoholic. And they were just terrible at it. Terrible at it. I always knew when they were there. Anyways, and that situation was what just sort of pushed me over the edge. That was the one that went, okay, that's it. I'm done. You know what, God, I'm giving this to you because I can't do this. This is getting ridiculous. And that was sort of what pushed me to start reading my Bible. That's what pushed me to start going online and looking up things. And I got informed, spiritually speaking, I guess you could say. And that's when my awakening happened, okay? I started having conversations. I started sitting out at nighttime and having conversations with Spirit. And I really started to go within. And the more I went within, the more I started to become informed. And the more I started to rely on my intuition, the better things seem to get in my life, okay? So like I said, for me, the trauma and everything that I went through and all the things that these people put me through, that's what pushed me into my ascension process, okay? And oftentimes, that's exactly what God does. Most of the time, the chosen ones, they don't have good lives, okay? Chosen ones tend not to have, you know, everything was great. I had a fantastic childhood. You'll never hear that come out of the mouth of a chosen one. We go through hardship, okay? And the reason is because we have to be strong. We have to be tough in order to go through the missions that we have here on earth, okay? So, oh my gosh. Having said that, oh, look at this. The moon. The moon is all about secrets, okay? Illusions, dreams, vagueness, deception, anxiety, fear, misconception. So someone was telling you, someone was lying. Someone has been lying. And again, this could be a smear campaign energy. This could be something that has been hidden from you, okay, that you're not aware of, all right? But some secret is coming out, okay? There's a secret coming out. Oh, look at this. Success, victory, winning, having the advantage, triumph, and achievement, goodwill, fame, celebrity. You're going to be recognized publicly for your success, okay? Or maybe these people are starting to realize that you've won, okay? You're going to have victory over these secrets, whatever these secrets are. This is something that you've beaten, something that you have the victory over, something that you have, I don't know how to say this. I'm feeling like something is going to be revealed and you're going to be publicly recognized for something, okay? There's somehow or another, something is going to be made public. And you're going to be made, I'm hearing, you're going to be seen in a good light and these people are going to be seen in the lights that they shine. Okay, so okay, so what I just heard is, there's going to be a light shone on their shadows. So everybody's going to be exposed, okay? And you're going to come out good. You're going to come out in a good light. These people are going to be seen for who they really are, okay? And it's going to be public. Interesting, we just got the Hermit in reverse again. Can you see that? I don't think you can. There you go, Hermit. Okay, we got the Page of Cups in reverse. Oh my God. Okay, guys, we're back in that energy again. We're back in that energy again. Okay, so we have the Hermit in reverse, okay? These people are paranoid. They're scared, okay? Why? Because they know. I'm hearing they know that you know. Oh, shit. All right. They know that you know. We have the Page of Cups in reverse, childhood issues and sexual abuse. And what was that fucking Panda card all about? This is confirmation of that X energy, okay? Because the Page of Cups is someone who comes in with a cup of love, and it's in the reverse. So this might be someone that you've broken up with, someone from your past, okay? This could be someone you had a situationship with, because that was my situationship person, and this was my boyfriend person, okay? So again, you could have more than one person in your past, more than one lover from your past involved in this situation, okay? And then we have unhappy families. Okay, these people are getting karma, and what is their karma going to be? Oh, look at this. Money loss and transferring money. Okay. Balance is being brought to the situation. That's why they're unhappy, okay? So I feel like we're getting into this stolen inheritance energy again. Oh my God, fucking King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Guys, we pulled the same damn cards in almost every reading, okay? Most especially this one here, and these three with this one, okay? This is your male practitioner card. Doesn't necessarily have to be a male, but it's definitely a dark practitioner. This is a dark witch, Satanist, someone who practices spirituality, but they lean on the dark side, okay? This is not someone who this is not like Wiccan energy, okay? This is someone who does baneful magic, and they were doing it on you. And again, we know that because we got the spell work card already out, and we got all of this negative energy. So these people were definitely doing really bad spell work on you, okay? We have lies, deviousness, a liar or devious person, one whose main focus is self-promotion, okay? So we have your family, we have possibly more than one ex, and then we have this practitioner energy. And these people were all ganging up on you, on a tarot reader, okay, to steal your energy and possibly even your abundance. This could be that inheritance energy that we got before, okay? The stolen inheritance energy, okay? So these people were siphoning your energy, like your physical, your spiritual, your aura, your etheric energy, but they were also stealing from you in the physical, in the 3D realm, okay? Because they're going to have to pay something back. And that's why they're unhappy. All of these people have to pay you back for something. Money transfer. They have to transfer this money over to you. Can we get some clarity on this money transfer energies, please, spirits? Can we get some clarity on this money transfer energy? Oh, shit. Excuse me. Oh, we have insurmountable problems, flogging a dead horse, resigned to fate, okay? And then we have... Then we have the Star in reverse, hopelessness, despair, focusing on negative, lack of faith, lack of inspiration, lack of creativity. Okay. So they're feeling hopeless because you're getting recognition. You could be this Star energy, okay? You could be this energy of someone who... because, I mean, the first word in this card is hope, and because we did pull the hope card for this chosen ones, this positive energy over here, okay? You could be someone who's very creative, someone who's very spiritual. Okay, well, again, we pulled tarot reader, so we know that's true. And this Star card, okay, it literally represents everything that we've pulled, all the energies that we've pulled so far for this chosen one, okay? Because it says hope, recognition, inspiration, creativity, calm, contentment, spirituality, healing, positivity, faith, and rejuvenation. And what did we pull for this card? We pulled healing, natural Reiki powers, okay? We pulled the hope card, okay? What did I say about you're going to be publicly recognized? Public recognition. We have recognition here, okay? We have calm. What did we pull here? We pulled peacefulness, okay, and serenity. We have spirituality again with the spirituality card. We know that this person is highly spiritual, psychic, possibly again with the tarot reader energy, okay? And then healing. And what did we say about healing, okay? Natural Reiki powers. This is someone who has healing energy. So these people are very much in despair about this energy. They know that you've won, okay? They may not know yet, but they're about to know, or they know, or they're going to know very, very soon. I feel like there's a lot of people in this energy who already know, because all I keep hearing in my head is they know, they know, they know, they know, they know, they know. So someone in this energy knows, and maybe they know that you know too, okay? They know that you're going to be a star. You have a big mission on earth. You have a big purpose, excuse me. And you are going to be publicly recognized for what you've been through. That's what I'm getting. You might end up writing a book about it. Okay, maybe that's how the public recognition is going to come in to play. Okay. Excuse me. Ow, I didn't do that. Okay, so we have the Fool, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Cups. Wow, look at that. So you're being freed of something, and you're being seen as innocent, okay? So these people may have said something to you. It also talks about new beginnings, okay? So you're being seen as innocent of something, okay? So again, with that talking shit energy, the lies. So someone may have been lying on you and saying some really nasty things about you, okay? It's going to come out that they were lies. It's going to come out that you are innocent of these accusations, whatever they may be, okay? You're being seen as someone who is fertile and prosperous, okay? You're a mother. You could be a businesswoman. Maybe you have your own business. Again, with the online tarot reading, that could be your business, okay? People see you as very capable. People see you as very nurturing. You're going to be very, very wealthy, okay? Because right after the Queen of Pentacles, what do we have? The Ace of Cups. New beginnings, new relationships, new romance, new love, conception, fertility, okay? Fertility is all about bringing ideas to life, okay? So maybe you're going to be starting your new business or something like that. Again, we have this new job energy, okay? This new job, someone's going to be making a lot of money in their new job, okay? Or maybe you're going to be making a lot of money soon, okay? And I'm hearing these people are going to have to compensate you. Wow, okay. So compensation is required. That's what I'm hearing. Compensation is required. Wow. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. Earth Angel. And what is Earth Angel all about? Balance. And what do we have here? Balance. Balance needs to be brought to this situation. So someone in this energy might actually reach out to you and just want to give you money to try and mitigate their karma, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so some people might end up being very generous towards you in the next little while in order to try and mitigate their karma. Legit, like they might literally be trying to do that. They might be going, okay, here, and just sending you gifts, you know what I mean? And you're like, why in the hell? Who sent me that? Why is this? You know what I mean? You might not even know where they're coming from. Yeah, look at, there's confirmation. Queen of Swords in reverse. Gossip, malicious, lies, bias, loss, misery. One who puts people down and can't be trusted. Okay. Damn. Interesting too, because we have the King and a Queen in reverse. So someone's parents might be involved in this situation. Okay? Could be a father or a mother. What I'm getting is a mother and a dark practitioner. Okay? Okay, I just looked down at the 17 and I saw more than 17 people are involved. So there might be, in some people's situations, not in everyone's situation, okay, take it as it resonates for yours, but in some people's situation, there might be a shit ton of people involved in this, okay, like a lot of people. Traditional institutions, traditional values, convention, and conformity. A Hierophant. I will choose which traditions I embrace and how to do it. So someone in this energy might be meant to teach, okay? The Hierophant for a lot of tarot readers is actually seen as God energy, okay? So again, that might be your calling. Maybe you teach people about spirituality, okay? And maybe, I mean, you are a tarot reader, so that would make sense, because tarot readers, I've noticed, tend to teach as they read, okay? I like watching tarot readings because I feel like I always learn something new, and I'm really good at, or at least I feel like I'm good at, discerning truth. When I hear it, I tend to know it. You know what I mean? I'm not always good at discerning lies, but I'm really good at discerning truth. So I'm good at picking up on that, and I am getting better. Oh wow, I just got chills. Yeah, that's spirit confirming. Yeah, that's right. You suck at picking up on lies, but you're great at picking up on truth. Yeah, that's the truth. I tend to be naive, and you know what? It's just because I just don't understand how people have, like, I just don't understand the thought process of someone who is truly evil and devious. You know what I mean? Like, even when I'm being bitchy, it's because I'm trying to help. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm always trying to help. It's not like I'm looking at someone and going and saying, well, this is true and this is true and this is true about you. And I'm not doing that to be cold or to be mean. I'm doing it because I'm trying to improve the situation somehow. I'm somehow or another trying to bring that person or encourage that person to be a better version of themselves. Do you know what I mean? It's never out of malicious intent. You know what I mean? So I don't understand how other people think that way. And because of that, I tend to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And I have gotten screwed over so many times because of that, okay? So I've gotten a lot better about it. But I still have a very, very hard time understanding why people think that way. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I find it very, very hurtful and very, very confusing when people are intentionally malicious. I mean, I get it if you make a mistake, you make an oopsie, you say something the wrong way, you know, maybe you're just having a really, really bad day and you come out overly aggressive. I get that, okay? But when someone is just a mean person at heart, that I just don't get. I don't get where it comes from. And that's the thing. I do understand where it comes from. Intellectually, I understand it. But I have been through so much in my freaking life, I don't understand how someone could take what they've been through and take it out on other people. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I don't know how to, I just don't get it. I don't get how people think. Like, how could you possibly want to unalive yourself? Do you know what I mean? Or unalive someone else? I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand how people think that way. Shit. Ugh, my fucking video cut off. Damn it. Where did we cut off now? Oh no. Oh no.